All right, welcome to bullwaves.org. This is the week start, usually the weekend, but the week start update. It's President's Day in the United States, so the markets are closed. There's a little bit of action, but not much to comment on, to be honest. Happy President's Day to everybody. Happy holiday. I hope you have a great time. Back to work tomorrow, though. So I'll have no update on the site tonight, but I will be back tomorrow. So I thought I'd do a video now, seeing as I missed it last weekend. So let's get into the action, or last week's action, I suppose. And we'll see what went down, or up, for that matter. Okay, here is, well, in the case of Eurodollar, it's down. But here is the action that I've been following in Eurodollar. This is the 4-hour chart. You can see I've tracked 5 waves up, and we've turned. I'm iffy about where we'll actually bottom on this one. It looks like we're midway through a decline here. I think we'll probably get towards 103. Maybe we'll spike below 101 again. Not sure we'll hit parity again, but I think we'll fall in 3 waves. We'll probably hit 103 with maybe a lower target about 101. So we'll see how that goes over the proceeding next few weeks. It depends on how I count it as well. I could probably count this at 1 degree higher and call that wave A blue, but we'll see. At the moment, I'm tracking 3 waves down in wave A blue, so it might be maybe I'm not working at high enough degree here, but we'll see how it goes. You can see we've got a 5-wave pattern down in A. I'm looking at an expanded flat corrective pattern in wave B right now. Last week we changed that idea, just given that the internal action here within wave B black of B, it just didn't fit with the impulsive action, and we spiked off that low last Friday. We're holding above the low, so it looks like we'll probably work higher towards 108 again, and then we'll head lower in wave C later on in the week. But for the moment, early on this week, I'm looking at a possibility of a rise back towards that 108 high to complete an expanded flat correction, and then we'll fall again in wave C, probably towards the end of the week. So that will complete 3 waves down in wave A, and then we'll look for 3 waves up. So in general, it's going to be quite a sideways market, I think, over the next probably 2 weeks or so as wave A completes and wave B completes, and then we'll look for a decline in wave C. So it's going to be choppy, and it's going to be probably heartbreaking for many people. So let's see. Okay, here is the count in cable. We are working on a B wave decline, so this B wave pattern is probably best described as an expanded flat, even though we just pipped at a double top there. We've got A done, wave B up done, and it looks like we're working lower in wave C. Looking for 5 waves down in wave C. I'm still looking towards that probably 114, 113 area maybe to complete wave C. So we'll see how that goes. Here's the hourly chart on that. So that's wave 1 of C, wave 2 of C, and then probably an extended pattern going on here. So maybe 1, 2, 3, so a third of a third decline later on this week, possibly, in wave C. So, so far so good. We'll keep tracking it as it goes. Looking for a third wave decline to materialize this week. Probably should have brought a cup of tea or a glass of water before I started doing this, but here I am. Okay, this is dollar yen. In general, I'm tracking the beginning of a 5th wave rally. I'm still a little bit, how would you say? What's the best way of describing this? A little bit iffy on the pattern. We're moving higher. We seem to be cresting. An inverted head and shoulders here. We've attacked that previous 4th wave high. So so far we've pipped above it and then holding just below it. So I would like to see an acceleration move sometime this week, possibly later on in the week, um, and that would probably seal the deal on this one. And we would, I'd be much happier to kind of track this pattern higher as it goes. But for the moment, I'm still a little bit suspect, I would say, but happy to see the action so far. Here is the hourly count. You can see I'm tracking a possible 1, 2, 1, 2, and then extending third wave decline, third wave rally. Um, the pattern continues to kind of work towards impulsive moves higher and corrective declines. So as long as that continues happening, um, we can stick with the kind of the bullish outlook here. You can see where last Friday the market peaked above the previous fourth wave high, so we did break that high. We're not holding above it yet, but I'm tracking a third wave rally here, so we should try. We should. Well, I'm saying should, but I'm looking for us the market to kind of trace out 5 waves up in wave 3 of 3, and when it does that, we'll at that point then I think we'll hold above the previous fourth wave high. So it's still early days. I mean, on the 4-hour count, you can see there's a long way to go here. Um, so uh, I would like to see more impulsive action, and at that point, then I think uh, more impulsive action. Sorry, to the upside. At that point, I would, well, let's say towards the end of this week, I'd like to be able to kind of confirm this move up into wave 5. Can't just do that just yet. I think we're close. Okay, I think I'm tongue tying myself here. Here is the Dow. This is the count, the 4-hour count that I'm working with. We'll go to the daily count. You can see a wedge pattern, wave 1, initial decline last year. Rally into the summertime is wave A up. Decline into autumn last year, wave B. Rally into Christmas last year is wave C. So it's an expanded flat correction, wave 2. And now we've got an impulsive move lower with a possible 1, 2 to begin wave 3 down. So you can see here, that's a very important range there around that previous wave 2 high. So I would like to see that range hold. It's a kind of a, let's say, a pivot high range between wave 2 and an internal wave 2 here within the previous decline. It's not essential that it holds, but I think it should hold. I think to at least to kind of remain with the idea that we're beginning a turn down into a third wave. Let's get into the 4-hour count here. You can see that that's that second wave high here. We have an impulsive move lower. I'm looking at this as a wave 1 of 1. So wave 1 blue of wave 1 green. So I will mark that in here. Obviously, the pattern will develop the way it's going to develop. Wave 1 down, still a solid 5 waves pattern. This sideways grind here has been, a painful one to kind of to track. Although we seem to be turning the tide right now. I'm hoping that we break the back of this um, rally and turn possibly into a third wave down this week. That would be, very welcome in terms of the hourly count, in terms of the short-term count here. I think all the signals are there, but we just haven't had that kind of, let's say, come to Jesus moment where um, people begin to like shed the belief that the that these highs are sustainable. So looking for a third wave down to begin wave 1 or to confirm wave 1 here this week. We get into the hourly count. You can see here's the pattern higher in that second wave. So we have wave 1 down here back in, let's say, the end of December. And then off that December low, the end of December low, we've been just kind of grinding sideways, basically sideways to up. Very corrective looking. In general, it's been, a corrective pattern. and in general, it's been quite a difficult one to kind of to keep tabs on. We seem to be moving, at least, making an attempt to break, um, let's say, the stranglehold that this correction has had on the market over the last few weeks, or let's say a couple of months now at this point. If we do break below the range of this correction, this wave 2 correction, so we're looking somewhere below 33,000 here, especially a break of 32, let's say 550, that will, I think, turn the tide in favor of a third wave down. So looking for that this week, 5 waves down to develop. We've waited long enough for it to happen, so what's another week here? We can, or I can, squeeze an impulsive downside pattern here in last week's action. So this could be a wave 1, 2, let's say a 1, 2 beginning wave 3 of 1. So a lot of kind of ifs. I know a lot of ifs and buts, but if I take a wide angle perspective here, I think in general, the action is favoring a pivot here down, or let's say a lower high top here, and a possible acceleration in the third wave. I'm going to say that with kind of inverted commas around my quote, and cross fingers and all the rest of it, and cross toes. The pattern that I'm working with calls for it. We just have to see it materialize or not. So let's see how that goes this week. Let's move on. Gold. I'm going to say that word again. In general, or that phrase. I am a long-term gold bull, but I have been looking for this higher low pattern to materialize. We're getting there. I think we're maybe about halfway there, but there is some action to be done here. We need to fill out, I think, a more substantial higher low here. And I don't think what we've got so far is enough. So that's the daily count. The 4-hour count shows you a possible, that's the previous fourth wave low, possible wave 1 rally up to the recent high about 1960, and then a developing second wave correction here. Not done yet, I think. That is my my general take on the gold market here. I would like to see a break, below 1750, possibly even a break of 1700, to really kind of hammer home or let's say to, just to wring out that kind of speculation that built up over this rally here in wave 1. A break of 1700 would really do that. So I don't think we're here yet. I'm looking favorably at about 1750. If we get to 1750, then if we get to 1750 and it's a 3-wave pattern, just tune into the video. You'll see how bullish I turn, but I'm not there yet. Okay, so here's the initial pattern. You can see the wave 1 high here, possible 3-wave decline in wave A, looking for maybe a 3-wave drift higher towards 1890 this week in wave B, and then turn down again, impulsive turn down again in wave C towards the end of next week, maybe start of next week. I'm not, the timing is up to the market here. We'll see. Wave B could be a lot slower or a lot quicker to materialize than I'm allowing for here. We might get up there and might get up towards 1890 quick enough this week, and then turn down in wave C quicker. Again, the pattern might be more compressed than I'm allowing for here, but in general, I'm looking for 3 waves up, a wave B lower high, and then a turn down in wave C again. And again, I'm looking towards that 1750 area, maybe even a break of 1700 to complete wave 2. And at that point, I'll be a screaming bull on gold. But like I said earlier, I don't think we're there yet. Let's go to crude oil. The pattern has developed last week. It developed, I think, in the short term, it's probably favorable towards gold. I'm thinking now that this second wave correction is still in play here. We have three waves up in A, probably an expanded flat correction, wave B in green here, and maybe a 1-2 pattern to build a five-wave rally in wave C. And I think we will probably break $85, maybe even push towards 90, but that might be a stretch. $85 gives us about 62% retracement. 88 gives us about 78.6 retracement. So somewhere in that range for wave C of 2 to complete. That would be a kind of an ideal, a pattern range for this correction to unfold. You'll see I haven't discarded the alternate account here at all yet, so we could still possibly view this as a wave 1 and 2 correction. Wave 2 correction higher, looking for a third wave decline. I would say, I'm holding my breath here. I would say last week's action kind of it definitely favors a three wave decline. So in the short term, I am favoring a five wave rally in wave C, but that alternate count is still there. It hasn't been completely disproved, but I think if we break that wave 1 high again, so that 80-70 area, that'll confirm wave 3 is underway, and that'll pretty much rule out that alternate count there. So looking for five waves up in wave C. It should be higher this week. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, we'll know more when the market actually opens again. So let's go back. This is the stock market. This is the wider market. This is S&P. Again, looking for a turn off wave 2. We haven't got it yet. We seem to have we definitely have stagnation at the end of a trend. The short-term pattern I'm looking for, a signal, let's say a bearish signal to kind of. I really want to finish. I want to finish that second wave, so I'm looking for a bearish signal off that second wave. Looking for five waves down. A break of the B wave low would be like ideal, 3760. So a break of that 3760 area would be ideal this week. So really want that to materialize this week. Whether we get it or not is another question. So let's get into the hourly count here. You can see, looking at a possible failed fifth wave here to complete wave C of 2. That again is another chink in the armor here. But last week's action did finish lower, so I'm open to this this bearish pattern developing, and that's why I'm kind of giving it leeway here, let's say. But nothing has been confirmed yet. I think that's kind of what I'm trying to spit out of my mouth here. Nothing has been confirmed. Looking lower, but it's not been confirmed yet. So looking for five waves down. Wave 1 to complete by the end of this week. I really would like to see a break of that B wave low. So 3760 would be ideal as a signal to indicate wave 3 down as is underway. So let's see if that happens this week. Let's move on. Silver. It's 4-hour count in silver. Again, I don't think we've done enough yet to signal that. I don't think enough has happened yet to merit a low or a long-term low in place yet. That rally up into wave 1 was 3 months. Ended October into the end of October into start of February. So yeah, so you're talking November, December, January. A 3.5 month rally. A couple of weeks down is not enough to unwind what happened in that rally. So I'm looking for a larger three-wave pattern to really drain out kind of the froth that built up over that extended rally. So wave A, I think it might be done. Wave B is probably coming our way this week, and then wave C will probably be retained until next week. But overall, that give us a nice constructive higher low around $20 to complete wave 2. So an ABC down, somewhere around $20, maybe a break of $20. Um, complete wave 2 at that point, I think then will be a very favorable point to go long on silver again. But again, precious metals, I don't think we're there yet. You can see the short-term pattern here. I was tracking 5 waves down in wave A, 3 waves up in wave B, coming our way this week. Again, the pattern might be probably a bit too low on the short-term count here. Maybe I'll move it up this week. It really kind of depends on the size of the rally, size of the corrective rally that we get. We may have to move to that alternate count here. But again, both counts still call for a further decline. And again, looking towards that $20 area, towards the maybe if we got wave B done this week or towards the end of this week, and maybe an initial turn down into wave C by Friday's close, that would be very constructive. That would be a good week's work here. So a bearish lower high for silver this week is, let's say, the working thesis right now, and we'll see how that works out. Okay, so that's silver done. I'm going to leave it there. Apart from that, I always end every video with the good news. The markets have been, they're going to be brutal, I think, this year. Lots of other things are going to be brutal, I think, this year. War, I think, will probably expand this year. It definitely looks like that. If you're a student of prophecy, I think you know that the prophecies in Daniel are coming our way. So that bear is really rising on one side, as he said. So, before anything horrific happens, I would urge you to look towards the ark of Jesus Christ, and that'll be long-term favorable. We all try and play the markets for our, let's say, our fleeting lives, to give us some sort of stability in our fleeting lives. But these lives, as the Bible says, we have, they're but vapors. It disappears. As we live it, it may seem long and arduous, but it is just a vapor, but a vapor. So get on the ark, before that door closes. And we never know. We don't know the day nor the hour that our card will be called, and we will be asked to give an account for our lives. So, get on the ark. Admit, believe, and confess. That's it. You will be saved for eternity. I'll see you there. I'll see you in heaven. Apart from that, get over to the website, check it out, check out the membership options, and there's no update tonight, but there will be one when the market opens tomorrow. So I'll see you on the website. If not, see you in YouTube land next weekend. Okay, bye-bye. God bless.